This episode of the What's Happening Delco podcast is brought to you by Delco Meets for Business. Check us out on Meetup, register, and attend one of our fantastic networking meetings, which we meet on the first and third Thursday at the Brick House in Ridley Park, and the second and fourth Thursday at the Upper Crust in Newtown Square. We look forward to seeing you there. What's happening, Delco? I'm Rich Shane, and welcome to the What's Happening Delco podcast. Today, I'm joined by Nick Johnson of Nick Johnson Art. Nick, welcome to the podcast.
Thanks for having me.
Nick, first of all, what is Nick Johnson Art?
So Nick Johnson Art it's me. I am a digital artist, a videographer, photographer. My creativity spans across many mediums, and I utilize it to help businesses to tell their story online digitally. So it kind of is a blanket kind of a name, Nick Johnson Art. Art is many things. So it's me. I'm the creative force behind everything. It's basically just an extension of me.
Talk about some of those mediums that you do work with. Talk about some of those platforms that you can help your clients with.
I think for majority of what I do is to focus on social media. I think social media is a huge platform that is available for every business to utilize. And I think a lot of times, a lot of businesses just don't know where to start with it. You know, it is very kind of daunting to think about social media content, what to post, how to post. What I think I could come in and be a great help is that I have these expertises in many areas, and all these forms of content, whether it be photography, motion art, graphic art, videography, they all can live in an ecosystem on your social media. So with my extensive knowledge of everything, I formulate plans and strategies for businesses to put all that together to help amplify their messaging, their brand awareness through social media.
Take us through the process, because really you're customizing that program, that plan, that advertising, the art that you're creating for your clients and customers. Take us through the plan or the program that, if I'm coming on board with you, that you would walk me through.
Yeah, so I think every business is different. Every business is going to have a different, a menu of things that they're going to need. But I think one thing tried and true is video is big right now. So I want to highlight the strengths of your business through video. I want to tell stories through video. So video is a big key. And just to kind of give you an example of a client that I'm working with now is Oliver Heating and Cooling. And I spent a day with them filming, and I don't know much about HVAC at all. So I'm kind of going in blind, but I learned so much. And I sat down a couple of their techs and just had them talk and ask them questions. You know, I asked one of their techs, Tom, I said, you know, what's one time you went above and beyond for a client? And, it's the shot set up nice, lighting, everything looks good. And he was real comfortable, and he told a story about how one time he got a service call for a client that didn't have heat in her home, and her, system was beyond repair. He couldn't do anything for it, but she had a fireplace that he could get up operating, but he doesn't deal with fireplaces. He just did it out of the goodness of his heart to make sure that she did not go without heat that night. And I captured that on film. And that's one of the pieces you can find on Oliver's social media. And in that moment, I was like, as I'm recording it, I'm like, wow, this is great. Like, if I don't know Oliver, I don't know Tom, and I'm shopping around, I just stumble upon this. I'm like, oh, I want to pay these people because they actually care. I want them in my house. I feel comfortable with them being in my house. So telling those stories and kind of having just a grounded, more natural kind of approach to the way that I shoot these interviews and stuff like that, I feel like it connects. It helps connect you to the brand, helps you connect to Oliver. Oliver is very big on family and faith. And from hearing that story, I feel like it really comes through, comes through the screen as you're watching it. So that's just kind of an example.
What resonates with me, Nick, is your passion, the way you care about your clients, your customers, the way you go above and beyond How did all this get started for you? All the work that you do, the art that you help to create?
Yeah, I've always been interested in art. My cousin, that's no longer with us, he really was a big influence. He was big on anime and cartoons and stuff like that. So it all started with like wanting to create cartoons and animate and draw stuff like that. So at an early age, I just figured out how to download Photoshop and just learned through, YouTube, and I'm self-taught with everything. And so I just kept exploring. Started out originally making album covers for different groups, bands, artists, rappers, and then that led me to doing more commercial work, logos, branding, club flyers, stuff like that. And it's kind of a snowball effect. Once you do one thing for one person, they post it. Oh, that's great. Hey, I wanna hire you. I want to work with you. So it kind of just that snowball effect, and it's led me now to working with some bigger clients, some bigger companies, and personalities, celebrities. So I've been very blessed that my talents have been able to take me as far as they've taken me and continue to take me. So,
well, your talents are taking you right now. This is the season for your talents. We've got the Phillies in the playoffs. We've got Eagles football. The 76ers are ramping up. The Flyers, sports. Plus, there's a lot of music scene activities that are happening in and around the area. And for people that haven't seen your social media, where do they find you on social media?
You can find me at nickjohnson.art on Instagram, and on X, previously Twitter, is nickjohnson_art. And you can find me there. If you go on my page, you'll see it's a very much a mixture of pop culture and sports. I like to blend the two. Very big in the Philly sports community, do a lot of stuff with all the teams, work with a lot of the athletes. So if you enjoy Philly sports and you enjoy comic books, movies, pop culture, I think you'll enjoy following me for my personal art that I post on there.
Well, that's why I spoke to this being, all that's going on in sports, because your page, your feeds are really entertaining and they're unique too. It's your talent. It's your gift that makes these things stand out. With what we do, we see the difference and how you impact, just a general picture and how you capture that moment. So with all the emotion, with all the excitement that's going on in the Philly region, you're capturing that. And that's magic. It really is.
It's fun. Me and my buddy Buster, shout out to Buster. He's the program director and on-air talent for Q102. We just go down there and we happen to just be at the right place at the right time and just capture, euphoria of after we win like a big game, a series clinching game, and people are coming out of the stadium. He's just out there with the mic. Hey, how do you feel? And Philadelphia is never they'll never let you down for a good soundbite. So it's been fun just being down there and being in that energy. I love being in that energy. I love being caught up in it. It really fuels my creativity and inspiration. So I just like putting myself in that environment.
Well, this episode airs this coming Thursday, and it will air after Game 7. So either you're going to have more content and more euphoria to take, or we'll wait till next year. I don't know.
I feel good about it. I feel good. I think we'll be talking about a World Series next time we speak. Hopefully.
Nick, what's the future look like for you and Nick Johnson Art? Where would you like to be in 5 years? That's like the resume, the college graduate question. What would you like to be doing in 5 years?
It's so hard for me to answer this question because I do so many things. I'm interested in so many things, and there's not like a straight like goal that I'm going for. I just kind of let things come to me, and if it's interesting to me, all right, let's try it. But I think an overarching thing, I would like to start my own creative agency. I would like to have a production like warehouse or a place that I can go and basically have no boundaries to shoot any kind of content I want to create. between photo shoots, video shoots. I would love to have a music studio part of the space. I have a lot of friends that work in music that are producers, musicians. I would love to just kind of create this one-stop shop where I could create my art freely, and others can, come and be a part of that environment. I think that is the overarching goal, I could say. And then I have other kind of like bucket list stuff that I would like to achieve. But I think that agency part of it is one of the main things I would like to build towards.
When you talk about that, what's exciting, Nick, is really all those pieces that can come together under one roof where you really get to help your clients and your customers grow and thrive. And what I find is, and we've talked about this, navigating the social media world. And not that maybe there is a science to it, or maybe there is a secret sauce or a formula. It appears to me by the results that you get that you figured it out, or you're on the right track. And let's face it, with ChatGPT, with AI, they changed the algorithm, you seem to be able to make that left turn when you need to make the left turn, go straight. Is that like a sixth sense for you, or how does that work?
Yeah, I think there's a part of it that's intuition, just kind of knowing or having a feeling of, okay, I think this could work. And there's been times where I'm like, oh, this is going to be great, and this is going to do numbers, and you do it, and it doesn't do as well as you thought it would do. But I think the thing to remember and to come with is it's about showing up. It's about consistency. It's you miss 100% of the shots you don't take, whatever that expression is just putting yourself out there. And sometimes you'll be surprised that things that you weren't thinking would do great are the ones that do great. But unless you hit that post button, you'll never know. So I think it's just about creating a content plan, having ideas and executing them, and just being open to whatever the results may be, and try not to be so like emotional about if it works or it doesn't. I think is the key.
Who impacts you? Who motivates you?
I got a couple of people that really impact and motivate me. From an early age, like I was saying, my cousin Kevin, who's no longer with us, and my grandfather, who's no longer with us as well. My grandfather was a very hardworking, loving family man, and worked 3 jobs just to, get everyone, put food on the table and all that good stuff. And, he went through a lot. So just watching him growing up and seeing how he conducted himself, and definitely a big influence on me. And another one is my good friend DJ Bonix, who's Wiz Khalifa's tour DJ. He's helped me so much to experience a lot of like really cool things in life, and just be a big brother and mentor, and kind of keep me on the straight line. And my buddy Buster, who I mentioned too, is another big influence on me. And my girlfriend Layla, she really helps keep things in order for me, and keep in my brain is chaos. There's all these ideas and all these things I want to do. And so it helps to have someone that can kind of, organize everything and, make it easy for me. So.
All right. Amidst that chaos, you have a cheesesteak craving. Where are you going for your cheesesteak?
I'm going to Angelo's in South Philly. It's right in the Italian market. They make their rolls in-house. So good. Really one of the best cheesesteaks I've ever had. On top of that's in Philly. Out in Delaware County is Mike and Emma's. It's a cheap plug there. It's my girlfriend's family restaurant shop, but they've been in business for 94, 95 years. They're a staple in Delaware County. So if you're in Delaware County, Mike and Emma's. If you're in Philly, Angelo's, and that's what I'm going with.
All right. Well, how about pizza? Where are you going to fulfill or satisfy that pizza craving?
All right. So right back to South Philly, right back to Angelo's. They have amazing pizza as well in Philly.
All right. Yeah. What if you're stuck in Delco? Because this is what's happening, Delco.
Oh, true. This is what's happening, Delco. I'm sorry.
But that's okay, because people, it's easy to blur the lines between, especially with food, getting over to Philadelphia and then coming back to Delco. It's easy to do. Right.
Best pizza in Delco. I'm gonna have to go with Coco's, and this might surprise you, but it's just a family thing. Like my family's always going to Coco's Pizza and Primos, so I love their pizza. Um, that's what I'm going. I'm going with Coco's and Primos.
What do you like on your pizza?
I'm pretty plain. I like just cheese, a good cheese pizza. I don't mind some pepperoni on there. I don't mind some sausage, but if you just give me a plain cheese pizza, I'm satisfied. I'm good.
All right, you're heading down to the stadiums. You need a convenience store option. Where are you stopping? Wawa or Royal Farms?
It's Wawa all day. Royal Farms, you go in there, it just smells like grease. I don't know, not my thing. Wawa's just Wawa's great for all the reasons that we know.
Nick, how do you describe Delco to somebody that's either never been here or is not familiar with Delco?
Honest, hardworking, um, community driven, and yeah, I think those are the three things that come to mind. Some of the most hardworking people I know, like I said, honest, they'll tell you how they're feeling, but they'll help you out. A lot of people from Delco have helped me out throughout the way, just word of mouth. We we like to see our people, our Delaware, our Delconians win. So I think we get a kind of a bad rap, but I think at our heart we're good people and we're honest people, and we'll just tell it how it is. And some people can't handle that, so that's on them.
You have friends or family coming in from out of town. You want to give them that Delco experience. Where are you sending them, or where are you taking them?
Telco experience. Well, I think if you want the real Delco experience, I think if you're looking for a party vibe, maybe like an off the rail situation in media, a freeze fest at what used to be Barnaby's is now Ridley House. Um, if you want some food, I think a staple would be double decker Inside Out. That's a Delco staple. I think just walking around media is great. That's a great vibe on any time of the day. Dining on the Stars is great. Um, yeah, there's a lot. There's actually a lot to do in Delaware County, and I'm thinking of a million things off my head right now. But it's a great place to grow up. It's a great place to grow up.
Is there anything that we haven't talked about on the podcast today, Nick, that you want people to know about you or Nick Johnson Art?
No, I feel like we've covered a lot of things. I would say again, if you're interested in Philly sports stuff and content and just be entertained, definitely follow me. And if you're a business owner that's looking to work with someone that's a collaborator that is passionate about what they do, and that can help highlight the strengths of your business and help tell stories, I would love to work with you. Love to have a conversation, figure out how I could help you with all the areas of expertise that I cover. Because I want to see Delco businesses grow, and I want to see people do well. And I know running a small business is hard. It's hard, and you wear so many hats. I wear so many hats, and what I do, so I understand. So I feel like I can help alleviate a lot of stress and pressure off a lot of these small business owners. So that'd be it. Is there any other questions you have for me or anything that you're interested or curious about?
No, I think we're good. But what I would illustrate or what I would emphasize to me getting to know you is that, can you imagine if Michelangelo walked into your home and you kind of knew him as a young Michelangelo and he said, I could do some things to help you out. And you didn't realize where Michelangelo was going at such a young age, but he showed talent and he showed ability and promise. And Nick, that's what I would say, and where you are and the kind of person you are. Where you're going, and in Delco, if you really are curious about how somebody can help you with your social media, with getting your brand awareness out, getting the word out, helping you develop and grow your business, Nick is definitely somebody you want to check in with. and have him help you, because you're going to turn around and one day and say, that guy said he could help. And now, he's got that shop and he's got all kinds of things going on, and you are the real deal. So thank you so much for the time you took today with us. Thanks for letting us get to know you better and being a friend of what's happening, Delco. And we can't wait to see all the amazing things that comes out of Nick Johnson Art.
Well, I really appreciate that comparison there. Yeah, thank you so much. And I look forward to hopefully having some more conversations with some more business owners in the future. So thank you, Rich.
Have an awesome day.
You too.